Oliver Wendell Holmes expressed it when he declared, "The life of the law has not been logic, it has been experience," close quote.
Yes.
How is he giving expression to the constrained vision?
There is no one who, from sheer intellectual power, can tell you what the law ought to be. That we learn from trial and error simply because we're not capable of learning everything just by figuring it all out in advance.
The unconstrained vision of the law. Here you quote John Stuart Mill, quote, "To look at legal precedents was," I'm quoting you, "in Mill's view to make," and here you quote Mill, "an absurd sacrifice of present ends to antiquated means."
Yes.
Close quote. How is he giving voice to the unconstrained
Well,
vision?
this is the notion that we need someone to come along and update the law from his own intellectual resources rather than from the actual experience of millions of people in generation after generation. No one believes the law should remain fixed as it was at some given point in the past. The question is, who shall have the authority to change that law, and with what constraints on that person, so that that person is not just giving vent to his own feelings or imaginings or theories.
All right, let me give you a couple of quotations. John McCain, in the presidential debate of October 16th, on the kinds of judges he would nominate to the Supreme Court, quote, "I will find the best people in the United States of America who have a history of strict adherence to the Constitution and not legislating from the bench," close quote. Barack Obama, during the same debate, "If a woman is out there trying to raise a family, trying to support her family, and is being treated unfairly, then the court has to stand up if nobody else will. And that's the kind of judge I want."
That's
Close
unconstrained. That somehow or other there are people with the judicial robes on who can just decide these things ad hoc, which among other things would mean we would no longer really have law. You would discover, once you got into the courtroom in front of the judge, you would then discover what the decision is, but you'd have no clue beforehand.
So that would, a full embrace of the unconstrained vision, which Barack Obama seems intent on, would overturn the fundamental basis of American law, which is a nation of laws, not of men. It
Absolutely.
would be a nation of of men, of judges.
Yes.
All right. September of this year, the Rasmussen Polling Company asked this question: should the Supreme Court make decisions based on what's written in the Constitution and legal precedents, or should it be guided mostly by a sense of fairness and justice? Close quote. 82% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should base its decisions on the Constitution. 29% of Obama supporters agree. 11% of McCain supporters said the Supreme Court should make its decisions on fairness. 49% of Obama supporters said that it should. Now, here's the question. You've said McCain constrained, Obama unconstrained. But what this would seem to indicate, this polling data, that this is not just a debate taking place among politicians or American elites. It's reached very deep into the American public.
Oh, absolutely.
49% of Americans think the Supreme Court should...
Of Obama supporters.
49% of Obama supporters, exactly, say so does that startle you? Does it alarm you?
It doesn't startle me, it depresses me. But, this has been going on for a long time. People complain about a court decision on the basis that they wish it had turned out differently. But that isn't the judge's job. There was a wonderful case, and I wish I could remember the title of it, in which Clarence Thomas said that he really agreed with the position taken by one of the litigants in the case, but that he wasn't there to decide that issue. He was there to decide what did the law say, and the law said otherwise, and so he voted against them. You see the same thing in Oliver Wendell Holmes, where in a number of cases he makes very cutting disparagements of one of the litigants in the case, and then votes in favor of him, because I'm not here to decide what the merit is. And one of his decisions, he said, I am not at liberty to discuss the justice of the act. The act is what it is, and once I know what that is, that's the decision I have to make.
Well, then, if you see, well, one more question here. You write, the unconstrained vision, again I'm quoting you, has tended historically toward creating more equalized economic and social conditions in society, even if the means chosen imply great inequality in the right to decide such issues and choose such means, close quote. Inequality in the right to decide issues. does that tell us why the left in the United States seems so much more comfortable with having courts make social
Oh,
policy?
absolutely.
That's what's going on.
Absolutely. That they want equality of outcomes, and they will choose how to make the outcomes equal. But they don't want equality of choice on the part of the people themselves. Many of the liberals say that they're for the family because they're for creating all kinds of goodies to give to families. But they want to take away the family's fundamental function, which is making decisions for members of the family itself, particularly the younger members who aren't yet grown.